Continuando então, né?
All right, gentlemen, take your seats. Let's get this over before lunch. Floyd Rose of the Homicide Squad has decided to take early retirement. We will all miss Floyd and the steely edge he brought to his police work. The department has arranged a wee drink at the Galway Arms to quench the mighty thirst a man gets from 25 years of police work. Floyd's departure leaves a place at the top table, and the chief has seen fit to promote Cole Phelps from burglary to the homicide desk. Stand up, Phelps. Take a chair. You're in the major leagues now, Sonny. Rusty Galloway, a fine lawman of the old school, will be taking you under his wing. Your first case is the murder of a woman, found last night and bearing all the signs of the werewolf. Get out to the scene, lads.
Vamos lá.
Going to church doesn't make you a Christian any more than staying in the garage makes you a car.
As ruas de L.A. Permitindo-se patrulhar a cidade e atender os crimes. Legal. Interessante.
Do you have the address?
Been all over KGPL. It's off Temple Street, between Belmont and Glendale.
This guy's got a screw with him. That's the cop from the newspapers. Mouthpiece for
I'd rather you two.
Olha que seria, tá?
Now the DA wants my
E... Rédito.
What happened to Rose?
Parker wants the chief's job. Word is it's either going to be him or Thad Green. So they're both clearing the decks.
So where does that leave you, Galloway?
Leaves me saddled with a chump like you, Phelps. I didn't ask for you and I don't want you, so keep it to yourself. See if you can learn something about seeing how a real cop operates.
What did he mean by the werewolf?
Medallion. The Daily News came out calling him the werewolf killer. The Examiner came up with the Black Dahlia.
Are we any closer to catching him?
Not a chance. 6 months and hundreds of guys running down leads and we got nothing.
You don't think this has anything to do with it?
No, I don't. 90% of murders are domestic, Phelps. Some guy gets into a beef with his wife, he takes it too far. This will be the same. But cutting someone in half and leaving them off the sidewalk, that's a one-off.
Why so many women this year?
Because of the war. You should know that. Guy gets to kill people every day in combat. Comes home, he's expected to take lip from his wife. What do you think's going to happen?
It's that simple.
Like I said, most of the time it is.
scene is. Just up a dirt road, Detective.
Vai começar os casos fudidos.
How about a scoop for the Examiner, Galloway? You could use some good press.
Another tramp, another message. Is the werewolf back in business, boys?
Do you have a mother, asshole? A sister? How about showing some respect for this poor woman? Let us do our job, and Detective Galloway will give you a statement later.
He's good, Rusty. He even sounds genuine.
That's Phelps, guys. The war hero. Defending the honor of murdered humps.
Get used to it, Phelps. Moving along, guys. You got your pictures, you got your headlines. Now scram.
Mano!
Carro preto vale acessível, tá 10 conto, né? 9,90 e poucos, 10 conto.
Patrolman, this your beat?
Caralho!
Well, part of it. Kids park
Não tá
here,
valendo.
use it like a lover's lane. It's a working neighborhood. Some trouble, but nothing like this. It's known locally as the Moors.
You were first on the scene?
Yes, Detective.
No one's disturbed the body?
No, sir. We cleared out them vulture reporters so Pinker and the coroner could work. They're waiting to talk to you.
Go house to house and see what you come up with.
Vou ter que... Puta merda, se eu postar isso eu vou ter que censurar essa parte.
What can you tell me about the shoe prints?
Men's size 8s. Pinker lifted impressions for me to compare back at the lab.
The victim's bag? Looks brand new. Can't be the one used on the body. Looks like some kind of puzzle or parlor game.
E... Ó, tem que estar ali. Um isqueiro.
Fala Club. Why steal a table lighter?
Porra. Sei lá, isso aqui.
Has the scene been secured?
Patrolman Houlihan saw to it. The victim's personal effects are still where they fell.
Cause of death?
Could be the head injuries. She has been badly stalked. The cuts look superficial. I'll know for sure.
What caused the blunt force injury to the face?
Could be anything from a baseball bat to a lug wrench. I'll have more details after the autopsy.
Interesting. What about this wound on the finger?
Something removed. A ring, most likely. I assume it was taken post-mortem.
Criança. Pega assim. Ó. Ah, o cara destruiu, mano.
What does the writing on the victim mean? BD, like Dahlia? X? Your guess is as good as mine. Could be something to it, or could be the killer's trying to throw you off the scent. Either way, I'll run tests on the lipstick.
Any idea of the time of death?
From the temperature, I'd say after midnight. I'll confirm with you later.
Can we get to the bomba? A man could die of thirst in a case like this.
A vítima foi arrastada. Isso que eu já vi. Meu Deus, que horrível que eu fui. Nossa.
The werewolf? For my money, a copycat.
Mapa?
We can't rule it out. We need to work the evidence.
Aqui é bonde.
You'd love that, wouldn't you? A big head to hang on your wall. The caller of the decade. You've been working evidence from BD case for 6 months and got nuts.
There's a difference, Rusty.
Oh, yeah?
I just started working it today.
Okay, hotshot. What's more likely? The werewolf comes back around, leaving us unknown in the courts?
He clearly has a thing for power. Power over women. Why not power over the police department as well?
Let me finish, Phelps. A guy opens his mouth again after 6 months of stewing. Or some opportunist who's been reading about the BD figures, he'll rip off the MO and get himself a freebie. Straight through the next intersection.
That's not totally fantastic.
And the Examiner and the Daily News might be good at coming up with monikers, but they're terrible for the reason. There's a reason we didn't get the son of a bitch after the short murder was them, locusts.
Where do you think the werewolf killer is now?
Dead by his own hand, stationed somewhere else with the armed forces. San Quentin, another town, another country, who knows? So, Phelps, I understand you want to turn this into a big case, but it doesn't work like that, right? A case will come and find you. You can't make it something it ain't, understand?
So you don't think the werewolf has continued to operate in the Los Angeles area?
No chance. I would have found it.
Deu errado. Apesar de que dá.
always found the siren useful in situations like this.
You ought to meet your buddy. Nice. Hey.
Gentlemen, what can I get you?
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. Were you working here last night?
Yes. How can I help, officer?
You can start with your name.
Garrett Mason.
You're the regular bartender on nights?
I'm a temporary barman. I work for an agency. I fill in at bars across town.
Do you remember a woman who came in here last night? 5'7", about 110 pounds, blonde hair, about 40 years of age.
You mean Celine Henry?
Yes. Do you know anything about her?
I don't. But the owner, Mr. McCall, serves her most nights. Would you like to speak to him?
I would.
He sits at the back of the club. Wears a hibiscus. You can't miss him. Is there anything else?
Fire away, Phelps. I'll stay here. I'm a little parched. Pour me 3 fingers of rye.
I think he's a bit of a gangster. He treats me nice.
Eggs running. Detective Phelps, LAPD. We're investigating the murder of Celine Henry. Do you know her?
Celine? Christ. Are you going to pay for that?
Sure I know her. She and I and Jacob, her husband, we go way back.
She was here last night?
Sure, she's a regular. Celine was a lovely woman.
Was Mrs. Henry here with anyone last night?
Not at first. Celine already had quite a head start.
And she attracted attention?
Certainly.
Vê se agora acerta as perguntas certas, né?
Became very enamored with her and her stories. One guy in particular.
É verdade.
You know him?
No.
Acho que eu errei.
He's been in a couple of times.
Did they leave together?
Yes. At around 11. If it helps, I made the guy's license plate.
Sam is taking me to Palm Springs.
I think this could be a great help, sir. Thank you. You know the husband?
Sure I know Jacob. He was in the Corps. He met Celine on a furlough and married her when the war was finished. He put up with a load of shit.
Do you think he killed his wife?
No. No, not in my opinion.
So if it wasn't Jacob, then you probably let her out of here with the guy who killed her. How do you feel about that?
Stow the attitude, will ya? I tried to get onto Jacob. I rang him up. Asked him to come pick her up, like usual. But he refused. She picked some night to push him over the edge. I rang him back around 11:30, but got no answer.
Mrs. Henry appeared to be missing a ring, torn from her finger, but not her wedding finger.
Celine always wore a red garnet ring on the large side. Larger than life, like Celine herself.
Did she have it a long time?
Sure. Since way back in her flying days.
Did her husband buy it for her?
No, it was before Jacob.
I think you killed her, McCall. She finally dumped Henry, but still she wasn't interested in you. She was in here flirting, and that was it for you. You took the ring because it has some link to you.
You're full of cheap shots, aren't you, detective?
Não foi dessa vez. Eu acho que era dúvida.
Speak to the tip bar, man. I was here for a couple of hours after I closed up, and my wife will testify that I was in all night. I think I've had enough of you and your theories.
Thanks, Mr. McCall. You've been a big help. One more thing. Would you have an address for Celine?
142 North Union Avenue. God knows I had to send her home in enough cabs to remember that.
So, how's your tuna fish salad?
Eggs, brunch. You want a tip? Refill my coffee next time, honey.
Fone.
Sam has taken me to Palm Springs.
I think he's a bit of a gangster.
Let's get out of here.
Hey, what's the hurry? My stool was just starting to warm up nicely.
Doesn't tell me anything.
I started my shift 20 minutes ago. You're better off
Ah, tá
talking
aqui
to
o
the
telefone.
bartender.
Achei que ele tava ali na bancada.
Operator, give me R&I.
Verdade.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, one.
Daí, seja bem-vindo, bom dia.
How can I help, Detective?
I need a registered owner on a license plate, 2boy8899.
Yes, Detective. I'll need to contact the DMV. Shall I relay the details via KGPL?
Please. Thanks.
You ought to meet Joe's buddy. He's nice. Really.
Ah, bem pertinho da cena.
You find the booze helps you get through a working day?
Puta, caralho, eu ia pro lado.
Just go easy, Phelps.
Slow down.
Sharpens my investigatory instincts, Phelps.
A smart lawyer might use that to throw out anything you collect today.
A smart man might know it's unwise to stand between the patient and his medicine.
As long as you're not falling over, Rusty, I'll let it slide.
That's mighty kind of you, Phelps. You know, you picked the wrong job with a healthy thirst for vengeance.
We owe it to this city to do the best we can in this position. As homicide detectives, that responsibility is all the more serious.
Always the politician.
It's not political, it's practical. Maybe the men combing Hollywood Boulevard after the Elizabeth Short murder were more interested in sniffing out booze, in the clues that would have led to her killing.
Yeah, well, if only you'd been there, choir boy. Betty Short would be alive, the Japs would have spared Pearl Harbor, our ancestors wouldn't have tasted the forbidden fruit.
Minor syntactical error, Detective Galloway. I never claimed to be able to prevent crimes. I only suggested a proficiency in solving them.
que já tá perdido aqui. Essa. Não dá jeito.
Guess that's the drink slowing you down.
Oh my God, brother, oh brother. Worse than I could ever have imagined.
This officer needs help. Bank of America, 7th and Olive. Officer needs help. Bank of America, 7th and Olive. A 211 in progress and shots fired. Unit to handle code 3 identified.
Drift nos anos 40? Match. Assalta bancos.
What's the situation?
Half a dozen shooters, sir. Cold-blooded sons of bitches. Real professionals.
What do you mean?
Witnesses say they bounced in, aced the guards, and went straight downstairs. Christ knows who they're working for, but whatever's in that vault, they want it bad. It's the wrong thing to my friend.
We've got to clear out the bottom floor.
Come on, make a push to the board.
O cara tá lá dentro mesmo.
How long do you think you can hold out?
Give it up, Joe.
I'll cover you.
Cara. Cara, perdi meu chapéu. Aí, pega o chapéu. Então é.
They blocked the goddamn stairs. Detective, take the elevator.
All right, I'll wait here.
Don't give them a chance to regroup.
Wish me luck.
Nossa, sozinho? Estilo Rambo?
Parties upstairs are dead. That leaves you, pal.
Porra, meu chapéu de novo.
Soon as he pokes his head out, we step on it.
Tô aqui.
Just you and me. You can live to tell the tale. That's it. That's all of
Isso aí.
Car 11K. Shots fired, suspects are down. We're code 4 here, but I need an ambulance at Bank of America. 7th and Olive. Notify coroner and detective headquarters.
Roger on your ambulance 11K. All units code 4 on the 211 at Bank of America. Code 4.
Vamos pra onde? Onde?
Hey!
Ah, mano, isso é horrível.
Citizen reports a man with a gun on Grand between 4th and 5th. Any Century unit identify?
Não, não vamos nessa. Vamos dar continuação à história. Toda hora eu paro pra fazer só essas... Vou pegar os crimes de rua.
I'll try the back door. Wait here a second. Side window's been jimmied. Looks like somebody's creeped the joint.
said I had to go back, Doctor.
The fires are cathartic. They allow you to confront your past.
You said the house would be empty.
Are you taking the medication I have prescribed?
You said the house would be empty. I heard them screaming.
Circumstances were unfortunate.
Meu Deus.
My colleagues
Caralho.
had made all the necessary
You said
arrangements.
the house would be empty. You're killing me.
The deaths were unfortunate, but you have dealt with death before.
I want you to come to the clinic and we can deal with
You said the house would be empty. How can I find peace?
This doesn't pertain to the case.
Doesn't look like anything.
Secador de cabelo?
Tiffany? The rest of the stuff is junk. Might explain the missing ring. A regular Amelia Earhart per day. The ring looks...
Agora eu já sei como é que é o anel.
incidental.
É isso? Calma. Focus que ela tava na foto.
Not everything here is going to be relevant.
Entra. Tá bom em pó.
Don't think this is any use to us.
Ah, cara.
Celine and Jacob are obviously having problems. It speaks to motive.
Crime scene evidence still weighs against it being the husband, but Jacob could give us something to go on. One of my exes drank like this, you'd be feeling the back of my hand.
Call in burglary and get technical services out here. I'll talk to the neighbors.
Don't take all day about it, Phelps. I'll get nasty when I'm thirsty. Galloway, homicide, badge number 564. Requesting technical services for a suspected 459 at 142 North Union.
Janela, né?
Burglar used the pry bar. Why did you kick the door in?
You think I'm gonna climb through a broken window in a $30 suit? You got another thing coming, Buster.
I knew it wasn't safe around here anymore.
LAPD. Are you acquainted with Celine Henry, Miss?
Horgan! Jennifer Horgan. I've known Celine for more than 10 years. Our children grew up together. What's going on, officer?
Did you see Mrs. Henry go out last night?
Well, I'm no busybody, you understand, but Celine had been drinking. And she and poor, long-suffering Jacob had a terrible row. I think Jacob may have given her a black eye. He stormed out and she went back inside.
Did he come back?
No. Celine was listening to music and shouting until she left around 10 p.m. She was very drunk to have been driving. But she is not the sort of person you can stop from doing something when her dander is up. What is this about, officer? Is Celine all right?
I'm afraid Mrs. Henry has been murdered, ma'am.
Murdered? Oh, my God. I'm afraid I need to go and sit down.
Mais alguma coisa em volta da casa, né?
Don't need this?
Let's see what Jacob has to say for himself.
I don't think Jacob is our man, but we should see what he has to say.
Também acho que não.
Oh, sister, I was so tight I couldn't walk.
Ah, eu errei.
Jacob Henry had a violent argument with his wife last night. He's looking more and more likely.
For my money, the broad keeps the house looking like that, she'll probably desert me. The skipper says bring him in. We'll keep the hats off their backs for a while.
Fine by me.
So it ain't the werewolf killer after all. Good to see you come to your senses, Cole.
I always said work the evidence. I only stipulated a connection to the BD killer as an avenue of investigation we should leave open. And as far as I'm concerned, it still is.
Calling all cars. Citizen reports officer needs help. Shots fired. Officer down. 6th Street and Lindley Place. 6th Street and Lindley Place.
Ah, mania do ESC. Então na roda DP.
Code 3 identified.
Nossa, vamos fazer essa aqui, todos. Tá. Não vai ficar só história, né? Automação aqui e tal. Tô preparado pra caramba. Legal. Eu desliga a sirene. Só.
alleyway leads to the rear of the building, sir. Someone's gonna have to climb up and take him down.
Good luck. Don't let him get a beat on you like I did.
Cop killers are the worst kind of stuff. Shouldn't have had that second lunch.
De doce. Tem que subir pelo cano.
Suppression fire.
Ó, pegando lá, tô orando. Eu já peguei, pega o teu aí, cara.
You like killing cops?
Won't help console the officer's family.
Olha isso.
But these guys are done.
Frio ali no meio. Trocar tiro é CPF, não adianta.
Pick out from the newspaper.
Ah, que filha da puta, velho. Ah, sério?
Okay, Phelps, we go in hard. Follow my lead.
Ai, de arma na mão? Sim.
You Jacob Henry?
Yeah. Who's asking?
LAPD. You're under arrest for the murder of your wife, Celine Henry.
Murder? Celine?
Save the dramatics
Oh, my
for
God.
RKO, pal. You got bigger problems.
What the hell are you talking about? You come in here, you tell me that Celine is...
Take a seat, Mr. Henry.
She's...
We're gonna have a look around, then we'll talk.
Jesus. I'm sorry.
I get even the slightest.
Not sure this
fear
one's
of flight risk, pal.
Esse cara tá.
You think the atmosphere's thick in here?
Size 11s.
He'll be back in a moment. Just sit tight.
good to me. The oldest problem there is, what to do about the old lady. Don't think this is anything.
Ada? Pode conversar.
So who could have killed Celine? Where did she go last night, Jacob?
A bar, I suppose. Look, I don't know.
We get the impression that Celine liked to live the glamorous life. How did she end up with a hump like you, Jacob?
Celine was one of the first woman pilots. She hung out with movie stars and royalty. When she came back here broke and struggling, she married a mechanic. Put a roof over her head, food on the table. Not glamorous, but the best I could do. I'm not ashamed about that.
When did you last see your wife, Mr. Henry?
Last night. I went to see her. We talked. Things got a little out of hand. I left.
You don't remember what time you last saw your wife alive?
Look, I'm sorry. I left. Maybe 9 p.m. Might have been a little later, but right around 9.
Why did you kill her, Jacob? Things will go better if you come clean about it.
That's a lousy thing to say. I never gave up on my wife.
You went to her house, you fought, you beat her, she left, and then you followed her.
I left first. She tried to batter me with a frying pan. I had to slap her down.
Understandable.
So you can prove that you came back here after you left your wife's place.
I came back here. I was here all night. Start work at 6:30. Not the going out type.
So you were here, tucked up in bed, while someone was out there beating your wife's brains out. That's all you've got?
Talk to the bartender at the Bomba Club. He'll tell you he called here last night, and I answered the phone.
We're still going to need you to come downtown, Mr. Henry.
We can get this all down on paper, Jacob. How you got fed up with your wife and how you figured killing her would bury all your troubles.
Kill my own wife?
She was a lush and a tramp, and you just couldn't stand it anymore.
Shut your goddamn mouth.
So now you're gonna tell me you loved her? Ah, the DA goes all gooey over remorse, Jacob.
Ei, caralho.
What's this bunker?
Caralho, cara.
Call it in and get a squad car dispatched. And check for messages. I'll keep old Slugger here company.
Montundão pro cara. Chinelão.
Operator, give me dispatch.
Putting you through now.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need a patrol unit to transport a suspect back to Central.
Certainly, Detective. You have a message from the coroner. Do you wish to be put through?
Yes, ma'am.
Carruthers,
It's Phelps.
I've completed the autopsy. Several wounds to the head from a blunt metal instrument. Closest match would be a socket wrench handle.
So the cause of death was the blunt...
No, the blows to the head surprisingly were not fatal. Death was from hemorrhage and shock from the fractured ribs and multiple injuries caused by the stomping.
Anything else?
He's some kind of sex fiend. The tissues of the anus were bruised about 1/8 of an inch, but no trace of semen in the anus, vagina, or stomach.
Thanks, Doc. Operator, give me R&I. Any word on an owner for that vehicle? License was 2boy8899.
Yes, Detective. The plate belongs to a brown 1936 Pontiac. Registered owner is one Alonzo Mendez of 402 South Fremont Street, apartment 16.
Thanks. Any other messages?
One, Detective. From Captain Donnelly. He wants any and all suspects returned to Central. Interviews to be set up immediately.
Got it. We're coming in.
Da casa do Menendez. Que é ali pertinho. Terceira direita. Podemos quarta. Podemos dizer quarta.
Alonzo Mendez. Sound like a man who moonlights as the werewolf?
Don't sound like a man I'd let my daughter anywhere near.
You've got a daughter.
Spend enough time drinking, Cole, you'll find yourself with any number of things you don't want when you're sober.
So that's why you never sober up.
Exactly.
Brother said she took a real pounding.
Maybe if he had been a little firmer in the beginning, he wouldn't be in this situation now.
I imagine that Neanderthal routine is a big hit with the ladies, Galloway.
Women love me, Phelps. I have no complexity. They know exactly what they're gonna get.
Atalhos e atalhos, quase. Dezesseis, se não me engano.
That's the cop from the newspapers.
Mendez, apartment 16.
Are you drunk, mister? Or are you just cracked?
Dezesseis fica no último andar.
Here, the apartment's up on the top floor.
Piquezinho, né? Piquezinho, aquele pique.
Don't bother knocking, just kick the door in. Take a look around and see what you can find.
Aqui, ó.
Brothers could match the color and brand of the body. Consistent with Celine's injuries, and the blood could be typed.
We have the murder weapon. Better get Pinker down here.
Why keep it? Why not throw it away?
Think these clowns are geniuses? Thank your stars you caught a break. Captain Don will begin to like you.
Hey, what gives? LAPD, you're under arrest.
Do not lose that son of a bitch. I'll go get our wheels.
Mendez, stop right there. You don't need to do this, Alonzo.
Parkour nos anos 40.
Get in and drive. Hit him, Cole. Spit him out. I got an idea. Get him next to my window, Cole. Keep me alongside his vehicle, and I'll stop the son of a bitch. Hit him. Clean this asshole off the road. I'll try to shoot out his tires. Wish me luck.
You're under arrest for the murder of Celine Henry.
É isso aí, hein?
I ain't saying a goddamn thing.
You did a grand job, lads. Phelps, that's quite a way to acquit yourself in your first outing as a homicide investigator. It seems the city has a new and vengeful guardian. Considering the evidence against your suspect and the thoroughness with which a report was compiled, I foresee a safe passage through the courts, and the DA agrees with me. Brutality on a scale such as this deserves retribution. The people and the press of this city demand it.
What the fuck, velho? Ah, faltou uma pista. Ah, deixa eu chegar dentro da central. Ah, como é que eu ia saber, cara?